staggering losing streak. They made the first update on their lineup. Raise your doo-doo-doongas, everybody. He's back after 118 days, which does sound like a long time, but then again, you do have to remember that we did have MSI in the middle of the split.
Problem, while if Sandbox at the end of the last split, effort had really leveled up, had made a lot more moves around the map, and right now it feels like they've kind of regressed to their early game form, whereas Deft has looked, in my opinion, even though they have lost, a lot better than he did in spring.
Yeah, and he's got the stats to back it up as well, as we can see. For me, I think she's just ridiculous right now, but either way, I mean, Renekton is still available. So yeah. That seems like a really nice pick. Speaking of which.
Ironic is that Summon and Croco really like Renekton in Italy, but Croco is not actually playing the Crocodile, which can lead to some confusion if you're not familiar with it. See, especially into a composition that Liv Sandbox has here, where only the Orianna is really going to be able to threaten that Ezreal. Is a really nice start here for Hanwha Life.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good with that Ezreal pick, you know, kind of on the...
I actually love it in a weird way. I think it's going to be hard to play if Hanwha Life pick up something like the Nautilus. Okay, hold up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a little bit here.
I can teleport, and he is gonna be charmed up, stunned up, and there is our first blood at 13.5 minutes. Welcome to the LCK. As so much pressure being put up in that top side.
Time to just wait for the Yuumi to really get going, for the Ezreal to finish. The Muramana, the next item afterwards, as he goes in.
This is a rough spot for Fate. He is dead, and he even flashed there at the end. Oh man, really rough spot. He's got Johan nearby, but Johan's actually moving away at this point. Now is going to identify it. Chovy still does have flash, and he's got a 3-man taunt here. He's looking to turn this around. Stopwatch, a pretty good item, gonna keep him alive for a long time. Tries to flash away, but he does not get away. And now Johan gets baited into this as well, looking for the kill, but looks like maybe he didn't have the energy to follow up on the second Q. And now with both the jungler and Chovy down, they're thinking about this Baron, but Deft's still alive with... That's a missed Q. And every Q that Deft misses just makes them even more confident. Effort's able to get away. Dudu's in the pit. They take down the Rakan, but the Baron at least will go to Croco. And that was really the objective for Liv Sandbox, but might be losing a bunch of their members here. Summit's also trying to get out of dodge. Chovy is running on in. Lands that slow, and that will be a dead Crocodile at the end of all that. But still the Baron was taken here by Liv Sandbox.
In the long run, it actually works out for Liv Sandbox, and it's the out-execution and the big mistake from Chovy there who gets caught in the side lane. Johan trying to save his mid laner, gives his life up as well. So in the long run, it's a 3-for-2 trade, whereas Liv Sandbox are like, that's not too bad. But you get Baron, right? And sure, you don't have Baron built on many people, but it still further solidifies the lead that you get. Might get you prio on this upcoming Ocean Drake, and that's a pivotal one. As, yeah, I don't know. As Galio, you can help people that are in this situation, but if you are the Galio, you are not really ever getting out of there. Johan here, it's understandable with Vista and Deft on the way, but you should just recognize, I'm the jungler. If I go in here and I die, it's an immediate Baron play, and even though the poke is really good here from Deft, and I like the all-in from Dudu later on, just not able to actually get it done. Really good juggling here from Liv Sandbox as well, and moving in and out of the threat zones. They're going to have to give up a bunch.
And he's got a Galio. As it looks like the Galio was interrupted by Summit, but that means that Summit's now the one that's going to go down. And Hanwha Life have immediately thwarted this engage from Liv Sandbox.
Nice attempt from Liv Sandbox, but Hanwha Life with a beautiful bait. Dudu goes in, draws out a lot of aggro, but has a Yuumi on top of him, and has the stopwatch. If Summit doesn't cancel that Galio ultimate, I think that fight goes way worse.
The fight, basically, has just been Liv Sandbox, try to hard engage. And speaking of which, this time it's Hanwha Life. They found effort as the Orianna Shockwave basically does negative damage, it feels like, especially to the Galio there. And yeah, I mean, that's once again, so Croco's going to be jumped on here. We got the teleports coming in. Summit is trying to front line. Immediately, Croco has to run away, but now Johan's gone a little bit too deep, and they weren't able to get any kills, actually. So Johan was the one that gets caught out here. We got a minute 30 until the Baron, so again, no big objectives. On top of Dudu is threatening, but here comes Effort in from behind, getting a lot of those people stunned up and charmed up. as Summon tries to join in with him. Nobody actually dying. Dudu going super deep as the shockwave is going to miss. And Prince stays alive somehow, some way throughout all of that. Deft with full health and a Yuumi on his back is still looking to lead the charge alongside of Chovy. They're going to get that stun down onto the Renekton. Deft is just keeping everybody else out. Barrage misses, and now trying to get into the back line, and maybe that's the way, but Prince is still alive. It's going to be the battle of the AD carries as Prince is getting in there now, but he flashes forward. He can't get the kill. He finally does, but now he'll be the one to go down, and the rest of Liv Sandbox is not there to help him as he revives. As Hamalife will win a incredibly close fight and will take the Baron. Up a turret. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it gets you a little bit more map position as maybe you pushed a little bit too far. Effort's going to be able to engage on a Dudu, but again, it is Gwen. The Vayne doing insane amount of damages, but this is what happens. She has been able to get some room, but Deft is also still alive. As Prince, though, is chopping down one by one. The front line of Hamalife has disappeared as Deft desperately tries to take out Prince, but he cannot. And the Vayne has come online alongside of the Orianna with the double kill, and they're pushing for the end here.
They have one cannon minion. Is it enough? I think they can just tank the turrets. Have they done it?
I think they have the Lee Sin. He's got Smite. There's a way. You got to get in there and take the cannon out, otherwise you're not feeling good. He's going to get in, try to take it out. He smites, it's not enough damage, and they're tanking it up, and the minions are coming in here. Do they have it? I think with 20 seconds on the death timers, they will win this game.
Prince!
The Vayne comes online 40 minutes into the game, and Kraka will have his moment to finally dance next to the fountain. And Hamalife are still winless in summer as Liv Sandbox will win a crazy long game here to start us.
When this happens, that's got to be the worst feeling in the world for Hamalife, especially because I think that outside of some individual mistakes, they want